Hi, I'm Debbie Rowley. I'm going to answer your questions. How do you feel about winning $1,000 for your ministry dream? Well, I feel extremely grateful. First, to God, Jehovah Jireh, the great provider. Second, to Children's Ministry Magazine, who share my belief that every child is important to God. And finally, to the many people who've prayed with me this past year that I could find a sign language interpreter for Amber, a little girl in our Sunday school ministry. What's the first thing you'll do to start making your ministry dream come true? Well, I started just minutes after I received that call from Children's Ministry Magazine. The first thing I did was I called a friend who has 3 deaf children of her own, and we brainstormed ways that we could possibly use that money in the best way to help Amber. My conclusion after our conversation? Find a college student who would be willing to commit to translating for Amber on Sunday mornings, and we would pay this person for that job. And the second thing I did was to contact the executive pastor of administration at our church about how do we go about hiring a person for such a position. Who was the first person you told? Well, when I hung up the phone, I was just wanted to scream and dance around, but the first person I could find was in our children's ministries office, and it was our nursery coordinator, Becca Nevius, and she was super excited for me. Then I got to tell person after person, and that was really fun. What would you like to say to encourage other children's ministers out there? I would like to remind you of Isaiah 55:8. For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, declares the Lord. I prayed for a year for an interpreter for Amber, a little girl who seemed to enjoy coming to church on Sundays even though we couldn't speak her language. I continually asked others to pray for a volunteer interpreter for her. I pursued all sorts of avenues in trying to get an interpreter, both inside and outside our church community. Several times I thought I had someone, only to have it fall through. I was feeling like a big failure when this amazing miracle occurred. Children's Ministry Magazine awarded me $1,000 specifically to provide ministry for Amber. And within 1 week, I had someone lined up. So don't give up. Sometimes God makes us wait because His ways are different than our ways.